Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a couple, both educated, both employed, both doing what society told them to do. She earns $65,000 a year. He earns $70,000. Together, that's $135,000 annually. On paper, they're winning. They should be saving aggressively, traveling twice a year, building wealth, sleeping peacefully at night. But instead, they're anxious. When the car breaks down, they swipe a credit card. When school fees increase, they adjust the budget again. If one paycheck is delayed, everything feels tight. How can a household earning six figures still feel financially fragile? If you've ever looked at your combined income and thought, we earn too much to feel this broke, this conversation is for you.
It sounds logical. If one person earning $60,000 can support a family, then two people earning $60,000 each should be thriving, right? Double the income, double the safety, double the opportunity. But that's not what actually happened in modern economies. Instead of doubling security, many households doubled their fixed expenses, and that changes everything. Decades ago, many families operated on one primary income. The second adult working was often optional, a backup plan. Today, in most households, both adults working isn't optional, it's required. But here's the problem. When two incomes became normal, markets adjusted. Homes were priced assuming two earners. Mortgages were approved based on two salaries. School districts became competitive based on property values. Childcare became a standard expense. Transportation doubled. Convenience spending increased. The extra income didn't create margin. It raised the baseline cost of living.
Let's break it down simply. Assume one partner earns $75,000 and the other earns $55,000. That $55,000 sounds powerful, but then reality steps in. Taxes take a significant portion. Childcare becomes necessary. A second commute adds fuel, maintenance, maybe another vehicle. More outsourcing happens: takeout, cleaning, convenience services. Work wardrobes, professional costs, time-saving spending increase. Suddenly, that extra salary isn't extra, it's absorbed. And what's left? Sometimes surprisingly little. But psychologically, it feels like a lot because you see the big combined number on your tax return. So you qualify for a bigger mortgage, a nicer neighborhood, higher car payments, more financial commitments. Everything works as long as both incomes never stop. The real issue isn't income, it's dependency. When your entire lifestyle requires two salaries just to function, you lose flexibility. If one partner gets sick, loses a job, burns out, needs to care for a parent, wants to start a business, needs a break, the system shakes because the structure was built assuming 100% capacity at all times. That's fragile, and fragility is expensive. Financial security isn't about earning the most, it's about having margin. Margin means your fixed expenses are lower than your total income. You can survive on less. You have options. When every dollar from both salaries is already allocated before it arrives, there is no cushion, no breathing room, no backup plan. And ironically, two incomes can eliminate the backup plan entirely because it's already being used. Here's something subtle. When most households have two incomes, competition increases for homes, for neighborhoods, for good schools, for lifestyle standards. Prices rise to match collective earning power. So now, instead of two incomes creating advantage, they simply become the new minimum requirement. It becomes an arms race, and no one actually wins. What if you structured your life differently? Instead of asking, what can we afford with both incomes, ask, what can we sustain on one? This doesn't mean one person must quit. It means designing your fixed costs, housing, cars, debt obligations, so that one income could carry the essentials if necessary. Then the second income becomes savings, investing, debt freedom, optional upgrades, wealth building, not survival. That shift changes everything. Here's what that looks like. Choose a home priced conservatively. Avoid stacking multiple large car payments. Keep recurring obligations low. Build an emergency fund aggressively. Invest the majority of the second income.
At first, it feels like you're living below your potential, but 5 to 10 years later, compounding starts working. Investments generate returns, debt shrinks, flexibility increases, and suddenly you have what people assume two incomes provide: security, choice, peace.
Optionality means you can step back, you can pivot, you can handle surprises, you can make decisions based on values instead of fear. Two incomes are powerful, but only if they build freedom, not obligation. Earning more money doesn't automatically create stability. Protecting your margin does. Many households aren't struggling because they earn too little. They're struggling because their lifestyle expanded to match their combined earnings. And when income and expenses rise together, nothing really changes except stress levels. You don't need to eliminate a second income, you just need to stop depending on it for survival. Because real wealth isn't how much comes in, it's how much flexibility stays.